Okay, this is step 5 and 6 of the apron project. Step 5, essentially what it's wanting you to do is to open and press your body pieces. For the most part, most of you are going to have fabric that is relatively flat so far. The only real crease you're going to have is the one going down the center fold. We'll press that out later, so we're not too worried about it. However, if you would like to embroider, now is a good time to do that. You learned how to do the embroidery when we did the pillowcase, so you can go back and watch those videos again should you need to. But embroidering maybe your name up here or down here. Now embroidery on this busy print is going to be really, really hard to see. However, if I wanted to use my black body piece and maybe embroider my name on here, it's going to pop. You're going to see it a lot more easily. Embroidery is totally optional, as are pockets. If you wanted to put a pocket onto your apron, now would be the time to do so. You can talk with your teacher about further directions for those. Where those are not required, we are not going to demonstrate them at this point. So, step 6, and I'm actually going to use my black body piece for the sake, actually, no, let's use the printed one for the sake of this step in the directions. Step 6. We are going to position and sew our straps into place. My 2 black straps are going to be my waist straps. I want to make sure that my raw edge, the edge that has the fraying ends, are lined up with the edge of my pattern right here. I am going to measure down 3/4 of an inch using my seam gauge, and I am going to pin my raw edge to the raw edge of my pattern, my body pattern piece. Now I personally prefer to make sure that on both side straps that the seam that I sewed is going down. It really doesn't matter. I just am a little picky in that sense. The rest of the strap is going to be coming towards the center of the body apron. Okay, it shouldn't be hanging out to the side. You want it coming towards the center. I'm going to take my second strap, my second black strap, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to measure down 3/4 of an inch, and I'm going to line up my raw edge with the edge of my pattern piece, and I'm going to pin it into place. Both of my waist straps are now coming towards the center. This last neck strap, there's a couple things that you're going to want to look at here. This is a unisex pattern, meaning it's meant to fit both boys and girls. However, some people are a little bit more petite than other people, so you want to take a look at your neck strap. If you're putting your neck strap around your neck, you've got to figure you've got to have seam allowance, so about a finger width, and that's about where this apron's going to sit. On some of you that are a little bit more petite, that's going to put the apron clear down here. So one thing that you can do is cut off an inch or maybe 2 to the point where it's going to be the right size for your body.
Logan Conley, please come to
As you do this, keep in mind you're going to need to be able to get this over your head, so don't cut off too much. It's better to have it too long than too short. What I do as I lay this down is I want to make sure that it doesn't get twisted. I'm going to follow the same concept that I did on my side straps, but rather than going down, I'm going to go in 3/4 of an inch, and I'm going to line up the top of this strap with the top of my apron neck, I guess, and I'm going to measure in 3/4 of an inch on each side, lining up my strap. Once again, make sure that this does not get twisted. You want it to make sure that you can get all the way around without it twisting. Now that I've got all of these pieces pinned into place, this might be a good time to have your teacher just come double check you and make sure everything's good. You could use a safety pin. There should be one in your pin cushion to pin all of this in place. I'm going to live dangerously and leave it pinned like this. At this point, we are ready to sandwich and begin step 7. Sandwich our straps in between our layers, but we are now ready for step 7.